For the HPP project, I decided to use the topic of mental health. Um, you know, Being a college football player, I've dealt with a lot of things that have put me into what I definitely call depression and a depressed state. And, it wasn't until my sophomore year when, a lot of things just didn't go my way that, I realized that mental health was just that important because of the fact that you enter a state of unknown, you enter a state of feeling alone, you enter a state of um, ultimately just feeling as though you don't matter, feeling as though nothing technically matters, and my sophomore year for me personally, the only way I knew how to get out of that mental state was to pray and to dive deeper into the Word of God. Everything in my life, came to fruition once I let God back into my life. And, I'm eternally grateful for that. And I know that sometimes God takes you through trials and tribulations in order to grow you as a person, in order to make you a better person, and to be able to educate others on, what it is to um, go through something and allow it to grow you. Mental health, I feel like for Black men is something that is almost frowned upon because of the fact that it is something that is almost seen as soft or weak when a Black male or a Black figure says that, something is eating him up internally. I think especially being in our field as being a Black athlete, and in sports in general, especially football, you're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be this macho man type of personality on and off the field. And I think in reality, we have to look at we have to look at the true things that people, um, especially athletes, are going through. Seasons are long, practices are long. Injuries are hard to deal with. My senior year, I broke my leg and my ankle in the same play of high school. And, that took me out for the season. This was the first major injury that I had ever been through. And that was the first time that I feel like I'd heard the word depressed, but I didn't really know what it meant until that moment, until that recovery process. And like I said, I didn't say anything to anybody because it's almost like, oh, he's being soft if he says that he has something wrong with his head, or if he doesn't feel like getting out of bed in the morning. I was kind of raised on that principle. Like if you're blessed with another day, go make the most out of it. There was no feeling sorry for yourself, or being down on a situation, or my mom always would tell me, there's somebody that has it worse than you. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, that's true. But mental health doesn't mean that. It means that everybody has something that they're suffering with internally. And I feel like it is important that we educate ourselves and educate the community, educate Black youth, educate Black elders on the importance of watching after your loved ones who may experience signs of suffering with mental health. It's my mission. It's my mission to continue to educate people and to be that forefront. After I'm done playing football, after I'm done with everything that I'm involved in now, to be able to um, become, a spokesperson for mental health, being someone who has dug themselves out of a dark hole before, and multiple times before. I want to be able to, educate everyone on how to do it, how I did it, and show testimonies of, how others did it. We all have a mission in this lifetime, and I feel like God put me through certain things in order to share my story. And I pray every day for a platform in order to do so, and He gave it to me.